What's going on? It's your boy Solo E in the building. For those that don't know who I am, I'm a singer, songwriter, and I am a producer. Not only that, I also teach you how to flip money, how to be an entrepreneur, how to make money on the side, have multiple side hustles, and one of my side hustles trading the Forex, and also teaching y'all how to trade and make money on a daily, man. So in this video, we are going to go over Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. Why is this? Because honestly, it's been very phenomenal on how the market moves when it comes to cryptocurrency. I can't get this name right for some reason. Basically, with cryptocurrency, guys, if you didn't know, you can now trade this in pretty much any broker nowadays. If you don't have a broker and you cannot trade this, make sure you click the link down below. You can sign up for the broker I use and I highly recommend. My leverage is always going to be 1 to 500 typically, all right? However, other than that, man, I also want to show you guys in this video on how you can trade cryptocurrency. I'm actually going to show you how we trade cryptocurrency and how I teach it in my courses. So if you guys are interested in that, you can always feel free to even sign up for that. The link is down below. However, first and foremost, I just want to get into this video. I want to show you guys how powerful crypto can be just by using this very simple strategy. All right, I don't go into too much detail just because it can be a whole entire hour-long video, but that's why I have my courses available. So if y'all want it, make sure you click that link. Otherwise, just check out my YouTube. I give out so much valuable content that people charge, but I don't. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want more content. I always come through. As y'all know, we do a lot more on my YouTube channel, but just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because I will be dropping some more gems, baby. Otherwise, let's get into it. Alright, so let's get into it, man. Once again, if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I noticed there's a bunch of people watching this, but you're not subscribed. So make sure you subscribe, and hopefully this video will give you some gems. So the first thing and foremost, I always do a top-down analysis. I start on the daily time frame, I work my way to the 4-hour time frame, and then I work my way on the 1-hour time frame. We all know currently Bitcoin is still creating new highs. However, Bitcoin did have this tremendous drop. So since it had this tremendous drop, I am looking for selling opportunities now. However, at this very moment, I am backtesting the strategy that we use in my course, and I also teach my students and pretty much all other pairs, because it's the simple fundamentals. Not only that, you also have some other stuff that you can help build your style in general. So typically what we do is start on the 4-hour daily time frame to see what's going on. However, we know the market is basically creating new highs just like the indices. So since this is our new high here, I am expecting price to still peak at this this area, right? However, we don't have to necessarily take a trade now and have our TP here. We're going to properly manage our trades to make sure that we can get the proper profits for our account to grow, and then for us to continue to make more money. So that being said, we have to have minimum TP areas for us to move our stop loss to break even, or take partial profit, essentially take all profit, right? So before we do that though, we still have to know where market is heading. In this very moment, market is creating what we call new highs, new structure, which is basically when you see this move, this is what we call a higher high. This is a new high, comes down, create what we call a higher low. All right, and then it booms up. We got a new high here, and then it booms down, create another higher low, booms up, create a new high, and then booms down to create another higher low. So essentially what we are looking on this market to continuously create new highs. That's basically how market structure is. So now what we can do is draw support areas, and if you guys know, I use areas, rectangle areas, as my support and resistance. I don't necessarily use lines because lines isn't as accurate as a zone area is. So I am going to mark this area as my support. Reason being is because if you guys look here, you see that market did peak in this area. I move it left, you also see that it is respecting it very well over here as resistance. So since I'm noticing that, that's giving me another indication that this can still be another move to the upside. However, I am in a 30-minute time frame, so I like to wait on what I call an engulfing candle to give me my confirmation, and then I use confluences like my Fibonacci levels. Also, not only that, but I use a lot more other things like the support resistance. I also use moving averages as my moving support or moving resistance, and then also my RSI. In this instance, I use that in stochastics or TDI or MACD. You can use all of those different indicators to help you get in these trades. All right, so now let's go ahead and fast forward and see what we got going on. All right, so now if you guys look, this is an amazing move, but what I'm gonna do is draw my Fibonacci from here to here. Now, since this move is very small, I am looking on it first and foremost. Before we get into where our TP areas are at, let's first identify how to use Fibonacci. Now I have a video, it will be linked down below, and also be somewhere in here, it'll pop up, on how to use Fibonacci, which is like my how to trade levels. That will help you guys figure out your take profit areas and help you properly manage your trade. So in this video is very simple. My key Fibonacci levels, I love when it hits my 50 or 618. All right, those are my key zone areas. I have it marked green here, but if it can at least peak in this area, hit it with a wick, reject it, and then bounce up, I'm looking on a move to the upside. So essentially my TP areas will be here. TP1 would be here. This is Fibonacci level. TP2 would be here. So once it hits TP1, my stop loss can essentially be somewhere maybe here, because I don't like what I said. I like to have the proper RR when I trade, at least a 1-to-1. Anything under that, I do not trade at all, and I just eliminate the trade. So I will have my stop loss just roughly around here, but my TP would be here. So let's say that it did hit our TP. I don't know if it is, but it did. This is now where you guys can sit here and say, okay, it hit my TP. Now you can do two things. You can take partial profit, really three things: partial profit, break even, meaning you're moving your stop loss to your entry point, or the final thing would be just pretty much taking whole profit. The beauty of taking partial profit is you're properly managing your account so it can continuously grow, right? So let's say you did do that. Let's say you got in for maybe 50 cents, right? Let's just throw 50 cents out there. I know that's a lot for small accounts, but let's say you have 50 cents in there. Basically, you can take 25 cents out and then still be 25 cents in. So now once you did that, you're also, remember, you have to move your stop loss to break even, or you can move it to a little profit. If you do that, let's just see what happens. Remember, we actually we're going to use our long position here, so I can show you guys easier than said, right? So you move it there. Essentially, I'm looking for this area to hit. All right, so now we at break even. So if it hits it, then it hits it. And as you guys see, it never hit it. It hit TP2. So now we are in for the win. So this is how I trade Bitcoin. It's that simple. And as you guys see, what we then do now is just wait for it to retest again. Now your question may be, where can you expect another move to the upside? Very simple. Where's the previous high at? The previous high is here. So if the previous high is here, I'm looking on price to come to this area. However, it does not have to also respect that area. It can create a new high, or it can create a new higher low. It doesn't have to essentially hit the previous high. All right, it can basically, what I mean, it can do something like this. If we are seeing some indecision happening here, and we are seeing a lot of rejection happening in this zone area, I am going to be more interested. If I can get another engulfing candle here, I'm going to be interested to enter here instead of here. That's how you guys will really figure things out. It doesn't have, and that's how it works too. When it comes to trading, essentially, it doesn't always hit your previous support or previous resistance area. That's just a strategy that you added on for your confirmation to say, I'm not getting this trade unless it hits my previous support. You can still get in the trade if it does not. You just have to know what you're doing. And I'm telling you guys right now, that's what you can do. All right. So if you want to continue to ride it to the upside, guess what? You could do three things again. Move your stop loss to now some profit. I will move it to TP1, and then I will still be in the trade because you have no risk at all at this point. No risk. So if it does continue to boom up, now you're basically just trailing your stop loss manually. Essentially, that's really all you're doing. right? So if that's the case, you do see it's oversold or overbought right now, so you do want to trade with caution. But we don't look at the RSI to make us feel like, oh, maybe I should get out, maybe I should get in. That's just confluence that we are adding in our trades. So let's just say that we got an engulfing candle here. You guys can get back in the market again. Let's just see if it goes in our favor. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is draw my Fibonacci level to help me identify, so TP1 could be here and TP2 could be there. So let's just say we did that. Stop loss is actually here. It could hit it, it may not, I don't know. Let's see. Stop loss would be here, TP would be here, the final TP would be there. So as you see, it's definitely trying to hit it, but it looks like it's breaking out. Let's just see though. And as you see, boom, that can happen. Well, okay, regardless of whatever happens, let it happen. So now as you see, it's coming in this area here, which is still technically an uptrend because it never generally passed this area here. If it was to pass this previous low, which is this here, if it was to pass this previous low, which would basically be boom, I'm looking on a retest, and then if I can get some continuation of consolidation, then I would be looking on a move to the downside. That's how we get in trades, because the market does this all day. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down. If it goes up all the time, we will be all millionaires. If it goes down all the time, we all would be millionaires. Obviously, as you see, we were a bunch of millionaires at once upon a time when Bitcoin was just doing this all day. Now it's doing this. Now it's fluctuating. So that's how you guys properly trade. So I don't want this video to be too long. Like what I said, man, if y'all like this content, make sure you subscribe, because I'm giving out so many free gems. I'm making a lot of people pissed. Like I'm pissed off at me. Not only that, but if you guys want more details and everything, we also give out signals. I am going to be doing a video on the signals very soon. But if you guys want to just be involved with our signals, we do crypto signals, we do indices, and we do also our major pairs and exotic pairs. Make sure you click the link down below. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to hit me up. And then your boy Solo is out. Peace and love. I love you guys like always. Let's get this bag, baby.